I can't seem to bowl my inswinger as fast as my outswinger. It makes my Yorker less damaging. Any advice on how I can fix this?
Well, it seems like this guy is obviously a predominant outswing bowler, and I think that with the outswing, and I think the gentleman next to my right was one of those at pace at about 150 clicks, and when you do bowl your outswing, your wrist is pretty much right behind the ball as it is there. It's a very strong position, and I think you get pretty much everything behind the ball. Now, I think that what you're saying is with your in-swinger, it sounds like you sort of can just drop that. You're missing the ball probably about there. So there's not a lot. Your wrist tends to go missing it on the side of the ball, which comes out a little bit floaty.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you think when you corrected that.
I always felt that I could bowl an in-swinger quicker. So if I'm bowling with an old ball and trying to swing the ball back in, I felt as though that because I tend to push the ball back into the in-swinger, to the batsman rather, I felt like I could bowl a little bit quicker. With a brand new ball, trying to take the ball away from the right-hander, I felt like I had to complete my action more, which I think slowed my pace down a little bit. So two different sides of the coin there.
Yeah, interesting stuff. Okay, the next question is, what is the best method of developing a smooth run to the crease?
Well, this is something that I don't think a lot of cricketers practice, and that's practicing rhythm. And I saw a guy in 1993, Slats, Bob Woolmer introduced me to this guy at Birmingham University. He was a sprinting coach, and he taught me all about rhythm and how to run properly over a short distance.
Okay.
And they often talk about bouncing in, and again, Brett used to see him gliding in. Michael Holding used to be as smooth as that. So I think the biggest thing I can say is practice your rhythm. It is a lot, and that is a lot of run-throughs over a period of time before you go start bowling in the nets. And I think that'll sort itself out.
Well, I reckon both of you had very smooth run-ups. Brett, you worked hard on that?
I worked very closely with Dennis Lilly, and I tend to sort of find that when I was bowling, Dennis had this theory that you just close your eyes, you get in the middle of a paddock somewhere where you're not going to run into any obstacles, you close your eyes and you work on your run-up and you bowl the ball when it feels like it's right to bowl the ball. You mark it, you go back, you bowl again. So over a period of 2 or 3 balls, you find where your front foot's going to land. That should then give you your natural run-up.
Scary, both of them. They used to sprint in. Wakar Yunus used to sprint to the crease and then gather himself. Okay, the next one. What do you think is the best sort of clutch delivery, something that I would bowl under pressure when I really need to take a wicket?
Well, I felt that when I was under the gun a little bit, that the most underrated delivery is a really good fast Yorker. And I think it also, these days when bowlers are under the pump, by that time, I think the ball should be reversing when the ball's slightly older. And I think that the art of it all, when I watched Wasim Akram and Wakar Yunus, they could do it from both sides of the wicket, which was even more scary because you didn't know which way it was swinging.
Yes.
So my biggest advice would be to go and practice your Yorkers, and it's an art now that we practice a lot during one-day preparation.
Yes.
But in Test match level, I think it's very underrated.
And I'd often put a pair of shoes on the crease without the batsman obviously standing in there in case you don't get it quite right and you might bowl a beamer. But I found, the Yorker was spot on. If you bowl your Yorker well and you feel confident doing it in practice, nothing better than seeing the ball swing back in and rip his poles out, and that's just the reason why you play the game.
I'm a pretty quick bowler, however I find my foot slips and slides a long way when I hit the crease. With this, is it to do with my footwork or is it a technical issue?
No, it sounds also that it could be, first of all, a delivery stride problem, and also I hope he's not bowling in tennis shoes. But Brett's got a pair of shoes here, which is quite scary to see. That's his left foot, and the spikes on the front here is much longer than any other spike you can see on the right shoe here.
They're massive.
Yeah, they're big, and I sort of tend to find that if I'm bowling in a normal shoe like this, which most fast bowlers bowl in these type of length of spike, I was sliding a fair bit. I'd probably lose 20-30 k's per hour, whereas if I bowl with a long spike like this, it does come at a cost, but I felt like I could get through the crease, I get that grip that I needed, and the pace would certainly come out.
Yeah, that's incredible. No wonder you scruff up the pitch out there.
Well, Warnie loved
Look
it.
at the size of those. That's
certainly,
when the umpires say, get
length.
off the danger area, get out of there. That's amazing. So and that's what you've been bowling in for a number of years with that length?
Yeah, whether it's wet, whether it's dry, on a normal pitch, first day pitch. Now with 2020 that I'm only playing, I still like to bowl on this because it's just that confidence at the crease. And if you feel like you can get through over your front foot and really confident, then you feel like you can bowl quite quick.
All right, well, I'd say it's not technical, it's about your footwear, so have a look at that. I'm a fast bowler and my coach is telling me to stop swinging the ball. The coach saying stop swinging, but I can't seem to stop it. Is it just a problem with the way I'm releasing the ball or something else? I haven't heard this one before. I would say if you're swinging the ball, keep swinging it.
Absolutely.
Well, that's exactly that. I think if you're good at it and you're taking wickets, why would you stop? Why would you stop swinging the ball? So, if it's erratic, then one would have to look at it a little bit. If you've got no control over that swing, then maybe you're going to have to look. But if someone's swinging it and taking wickets, then why do it? Why would you
100%.
stop?
Yeah, if you're swinging the ball, you're a chance to take wickets, and work on putting the ball in that right area. If it's swinging too much and you can't control it, maybe try a few across the seam. That will stop the ball from swinging.